Hey everyone, it's January 30th, 2024. It's been 5 days since the last recording, and yeah, I ended up getting like a little bit of a stomach flu for about 3 days. Today's the first day that I really have a good few moments where I feel really good. But also, I went and shot pool on the table in Vibes earlier this morning to just do that for fun, and then also CA. And yeah, I just felt like there's a few moments where I was leaning down to like shoot, and then I'd sit up, and my head just wouldn't feel great. Yeah. Anyway, I'm not really sure what I need to do to get over it, but I just gotta give it time for now. Man, my hair's in this stage where I feel like it just looks absolutely crazy. And I don't really know what I should do because I've spent 4 months not even thinking about my hair. And there's a part of me that just thinks I should just let it grow out. I don't know why, but this video looks so crisp right now. Preview scale. How do I do this again? Full screen projector. Yeah, I wonder why it looks... It must just be the lighting in here. Yeah, stuff is good though. There's so many moments where I feel so like distracted or unconfident. I feel like what I'm doing is the wrong decisions, or yeah, especially when I just don't feel like I'm making any progress. Yeah, but I went riding around this morning, and yeah, just having a conversation with myself. Life can feel so chaotic, and you can question all of your decisions. Everything, all of the decisions you continue to make. The risk you're taking. How it can feel wrong so often. You can second guess yourself so much. But I mean, it's all risky. Like, if I don't take any risk, that in itself is its own risk. And I don't want to find myself in a position down the road where I question why I never truly tried to do anything that took chance, that took risk. Yeah, but I mean, especially lately. You know, yesterday I started the day just feeling awful, physically and mentally. I felt awful. I felt so unsure. I felt so lost, so confused, so scared. And by the end of the day, I felt like I had completely new perspective and a new drive. But yeah, this shit is not easy by any stretch of the word. Is that the right way to say that? By any stretch of whatever. But yeah, I mean, health is so important. Like I've felt so tired lately and nauseous, and it's just stopped me from doing anything for the past 2 days. To be fair, though, it's not like I didn't do anything, but it was very much my mindset while doing it, how I felt while doing it and after I was finished with it. But yeah, like I hung up some stuff in the main room. Right now, the main room, I hung up this stuff here. Actually, these hooks were already there, but I just put that broom there. That was yesterday. What else did I do yesterday? I cleaned up my whole space, cleaned up the whole studio, did a little bit of thinking and planning. I mainly just tried to make sure that I took time to rest and recover, and I tried to do a couple good things throughout the day. I went to the beach and swam in the water. I fasted all day. You know, I seriously couldn't be like, if I was like 5 minutes away from the toilet, it would have been a problem. So I really, all I did all day was I stuck around the house here, and I spent some time at Vibes. That was kind of it. The day before that, I also felt sick, and I did a whole photo shoot with some dishes at Vibes, which that was good, and we got some fucking good photos. Today I'm going to organize those photos. But yeah, I mean, I'm trying to figure out, like, you know, if I could start making money with something, like real money with something, I think that I wouldn't be doing this stuff for Vibes. I think maybe I would continue to pursue social media marketing, but I don't know. Personally, there's a lot of tedious work that I do because it's the idea behind it is, this is what I've come to tell myself, is I want to do a lot of things creatively, especially with social media. So understanding how to market on social media will be an incredibly important skill that I will have. So right now I'm doing it for the money, and I'm doing it to develop the skill. But I think that if I didn't have to do it for the money, I had another source of money, I don't think I would be doing it for this restaurant. Maybe I'd be open to doing it for other kinds of clients, but for right now, this is what I'm doing. And I'm trying to break out of... I'm trying to create more sources of income through the content creation. I had not an original idea, but a new idea for myself. Seeing so many of those clips channels that are doing really, really, I mean, they can put out a video or two every single day, and the clips go as like they find some other entertainer, some other content on social media, and then they have you ever seen Daily Dose of Internet? So, and he'll describe the video right before it happens, or he'll describe the video like, this dog couldn't figure out how to get past these cones, and then it's showing like a dog, whatever. This is just an awful example, but so finding, like, you know, content online that you could repurpose, and then essentially you put your own commentary over it, so then you're adding originality to it, something new, so it's not unoriginal content. Yeah, because I wanted to do the stuff with the motivational videos, and I'm still interested in doing it. But trying to think about, like, what could work, like, long term. I'm not sure. I feel like my brain goes all over the place, and my head still definitely isn't like 100% clear today, which is God, it's just frustrating. I wish when you're unhealthy, all you want is your health. It's so funny. And then when you're healthy, you want a long list of things. When you're healthy, you want a long list of things, but when you're unhealthy, you only want one thing. But yeah, yesterday I fasted all day to give my gut some time to reset. And I only got like about 4.5 hours of sleep last night, I think. And I woke up like feeling actually pretty great, pretty rested. Um, yeah, the first moment that I didn't feel good was when I was shooting pool. But yeah, I mean, I think it goes to show, like, fasting last night, my body had time to truly heal itself. And, lately I've been eating. I told myself I was going to stop eating at 7, but I think I should call it at 5 o'clock. Give myself a 6-hour eating window, starting at 11 and going to 5 o'clock. So then in between there, like, because if I'm shooting for 5, I think most of the time I'll hit around 5. But if I hit 6, or God forgive me, if I hit 7, I still have, 3 or 4 hours before I lay down. But yeah, giving my body, like, that time to just focus on regenerating, it just made me feel, like, so much significantly better when I woke up. And I just need to do the same thing again tonight. I know the right steps to take to heal my body. I just need to make sure that I don't eat any foods that I know just clearly aren't good for me, like any processed sugar. And I also need to make sure that I give my body time to process that food before I decide to lay down and rest. Because there's this idea that I think is pretty damn true. When you go to sleep, your body only has a certain amount of energy that it can disperse among specific tasks, or, like, I guess you could call them, like, decisions your body chooses to make. And if you have a lot of food you still have to process, then your body will choose to process this food at night instead of regenerating your body while you sleep like it's supposed to. So either you can process that food while you sleep, or on an empty stomach you can let your body use all of the energy to regenerate you back to your best health. But yeah, I had a good few days where I was like fucking David Goggins. And last night I was reflecting on some esoteric ideas and understanding that, I don't want to put myself into a position where all I feel is pain. Like, sometimes I enjoy the idea of thinking that it would be good to live a life like Andrew Tate, or live a life like Elon Musk. Have lots of influence and power, and just try to do good and enjoy life when I chose to. But sometimes I like reflecting on this life that I could choose. I could choose that life. I could choose that life, and I worked hard enough, I believe I could achieve it. The question is that the kind of life that I want? I think that I want to be able to do good things for people. I want to be able to experience some of life's greatest joys. I want to be able to see the world. I want to be able to go on adventures. I want to be able to give my kids good knowledge and opportunities. But the thing is, what I'm talking of is, it doesn't necessarily require immense power and influence. What it requires is the three different kinds of freedom, I'd say. So, to work for those things, I think instead of going down the route of fucking hammering my way through these walls, instead of just doing that, I think that I also need to take time to reflect, to study knowledge of this experience, to continue to understand it and have my understanding of it grow. Because I think as my understanding grows, as this experience gets more intricate, and as I get older, I think that if I am to continue with this curve and not fall flat and stay the same, I'll need to continue building my lexicon of knowledge. I think a lexicon might be for just singular words. I think it might be for singular words, yeah. But building my understanding and making my understanding of knowledge even more vast, because I think life continues to test me. And if I don't know how to figure out the test, if I don't know how to act accordingly in this experience, then I just stay in the same place. And I try again and again and again until I finally understand it, and then I move forward. And, Van Neistat says this interesting thing, and I'm going to butcher it because I don't remember it exactly, but it's around the lines of, I think, learning on your own takes twice as long as being taught, or learning from a school, being schooled. Which I hate the idea that is true, but I think that it is. I love the idea of I have always loved the idea of being able to do all of this on my own, figure it out all on my own. And it seems like some people do that too. But also, I mean, it's not that I'm not willing to put in the time, because I truly believe that I am. But the question is, what do I want to experience? How much time would I like to put in? How much pain would I like to experience in order to attain the reality that I want? Also, I think that it's very easy to get caught up in this experience. And I think before I make the decision of, okay, yeah, but I like the idea of just saying in this life, hey, why not just get caught up in this whole illusion and surrender to it, and then play the game. Play the game like everybody else, except I am acknowledging the game. And I think it is good to be able to have the understanding of that perspective. But I think that before I choose things like that, I need to make sure that I understand what comes with that. Because I think that kind of action pulls a certain kind of reality towards you. And the more you cling to it, the more it clings to you. But I feel really good when I spend time broadening my understanding of this experience and being able to articulate myself and what I feel it is I'm actually experiencing. The thing is, I have this idea that, I can't do this, I can't continue to do this without money. So I need to figure out how to make money. But I want to be able to do something that I love to make that money and also not let it consume a majority of my day. That's what I'm pursuing right now, I think. But and I think I need to work my ass off at that part. Like I said, I still need that fucking hammering through those walls, because I think if I'm to play around in this physical world, at least with my understanding right now, that's what I have to do until I get older and a little bit wiser and I understand new ways to do certain things. This is what I must do for now. But also, I need to continue to study and spend time in prayer, spend time in meditation, and continue to widen my perception, strengthen my control. I think kombucha tastes the best when it's just above room temperature. But yeah, building this studio, building my life here right now, the way that I look at it is I'm building an environment for myself that properly allows me to work creatively and also enables me to be able to practice building an environment like this. Because I think that in certain points of my life I will need different environments in different places. And I will, in order for that to happen, it's required that I understand how to build these environments myself, physically and mentally. So the idea is I want to learn how to build this. And I also want to learn how to balance working to sustain myself. But yeah, and it's hard because I really want to get back to work. Like, I just really want to get back to it because it's like, I think I recognized this feeling last night too. I was having trouble falling asleep last night because I had spent so much time resting during the day. I'd taken a couple naps, maybe like a total of 2 or maybe 3 hours of naps after I had originally woken up at 7 o'clock. So I was having trouble falling asleep last night. And I remember I was like tossing and turning in bed, and then I thought about the idea of how, I wanted to will my way into sleep so that I could rush back into work the next day. Because I was convinced that I would be 100%, or at least well enough to do a lot more work, which... So thinking about this idea, it's like, I had understood that before, but it always feels good to reflect on it and be like, yeah, this is what I'm doing right now. Yeah, and I'm partially doing it right now because I have to be patient as I move through this. If I push myself too much, I will prolong the way I feel this way. So I have to be conscious and patient. But yeah, I mean, it's like I'm laying in bed having a hard time trying to sleep, trying to will my way into sleep so then I can move on to the next step that really feels like work. Because when a step that is required is simply being patient and waiting, it's very easy to feel like it's very easy to feel like you're not doing anything. Especially when a few days prior to this, I was doing what felt like everything. Everything I could. All the time in my day. I was obsessed with that idea. But yeah, so the question I want to ask myself, finishing this video off, is what do I want to do today? I want to take the time for myself. Be mindful of myself, what it is I'm doing. Whether it's work or whether it's rest. What kind of work I'm doing, what kind of rest I'm doing. I want to study. I want to visualize. And I want to enjoy myself and feel thankful. It's January 30th, almost 1 month into 2024. Blows my mind. Can't believe it's already almost 1 month into 2024. And it's 10:43 a.m. on the dot, as of 8 seconds ago. I hope you enjoyed this day if you were alive on today. I hope you enjoyed this day if you were alive today, on this day. And I will see you sometime soon. Goodbye.